We'd better buckle up for this one. One team already ranked in the top 25, the other sitting just on the cusp and trying to prove a point in this one. Welcome to the home of the Colorado Buffaloes, Boulder, Colorado. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the West Virginia Mountaineers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Mountaineers will kick it off to get us underway. Ball will be placed at the 40 after that kick out of bounds. Williams looking for a man. Caught over the middle. It's Gibson. And they exploited that soft spot. They get it down to the 35.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Right through his hands, incomplete. I think he knew he had a chance for a big play, but it'll be second down. While the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12 wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike. We've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last 4th down there.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Off play action. Finds his man. It's Gibson. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Colorado. They got a boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense, not only because of his physical traits. This guy can run, he can cover, he can blitz the passer, but he's also a tremendous leader. This guy could be the alpha on this defense for years to come.
I really like this offense staying aggressive. They were in field goal range, but nice job on 3rd down. Forget that. Let's go get the first down. Let's throw the football. Nice read, nice catch. Now set up with a 1st and goal situation.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bucks!
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Hilton. Get it out on the screen. And that did not work. Defense spelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, they try to spin it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the bag and get him down for a big loss.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got him downfield. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that throw.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what they're doing.
Turning it on! Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
And the Buffaloes come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Quarterback on the keeper. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's 4th and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that 1st down. I love when I have a quarterback that can do that.
A 1st down run in the red zone. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down.
That is exactly what I would tell this quarterback to do. Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone. We still got a few more downs to go. Nice job by the QB with the decision-making.
It's broken up and almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 4th down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. North Carolina went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's building and prove you're legit. And did the Tar Heels ever do that? Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Leaves it with the back. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
The Mountaineers can really attack on this second and short. They'll give it to the back. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the Mountaineers line up trying to move the sticks on third and short. To the air, it's Hilton. Quickly complete. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
I love the start for this quarterback on third down. Third down, obviously money down, got to have success. But to have success early, now it opens up everything. Like, we trust him. He's got a rhythm going. He's feeling good, and he got a lot of confidence.
Running back searching for a hole. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
The offense gets pretty lucky there. 3rd down in your own end. You're throwing to try to get the first. That ball just a little bit late, and as a result, they're lucky that wasn't a pick 6.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He's got an open man. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Fires to the big fella. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. To keep it in the air. Dances away to buy time. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
He tries to take the top off. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Colorado. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive feat.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
They go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Leaves it with the running back. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They've already gone for it a couple of times on 4th down, converted once. Looks as if they'll try a 3rd. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes a grab past the marker. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Going to take a shot. Makes the grab at the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Mountaineers!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Grabbed behind the line, it's Gibson. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Williams will pass. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30. Curl route seems simple, but when you time it like that so it's right on him, man, that's a tough play to stop.
And give the receiver a lot of credit, too, because he knew where the sticks were. He got his depth on the route, and then he came back to the football. All young receivers can learn from this guy right here. Come back to the ball and help your quarterback out.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Try and play action. That's caught. It's Gibson. They'll move the chains after he gets into the 43-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yep, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding. first down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And the Buffaloes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. To the ground with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Snagged in the middle, it's Gibson. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. They feed him again. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. Just drives it between the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Texas is painting an offensive masterpiece so far. It's been like a Bob Ross masterclass. They're up 14 over the Rebels. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Looking to throw, it's Hilton. Trying to set up the screen. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. The Mountaineers want to pick up the tempo. Wants to throw on first down. It's on target and complete. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
I love quarterbacks that are decisive and that put the mustard on the passes. When you need to put the ball on a line in a hurry with some extra hot sauce, you have to do it. Good job by the quarterback understanding zone and hitting that curve.
Got his man quickly. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go.
Looking deep down the right side. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. To the air on first down. He'll take another shot here. But that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
To the air, it's Hilton. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Touchdown, West Virginia. They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Breaks into the open. The 30. Running inside the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Dropping back, it's Hilton. Quickly out to the tight end. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. One more snap coming before halftime. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man out of the backfield. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
fire. Here comes the heat. Looking down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And I'd like to see the receivers do a better job fighting to get open on that scramble play. The quarterback's flushed out. He's working to his left. You now need to break the route off. You got to run with him. Someone's got to go down the boundary. Someone's got to come back to the quarterback and give him a place to go with the ball.
Looking downfield is Hilton. He's not afraid to go deep. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. And the Mountaineers send out the punt unit.
This offense is done being patient. They're down on the scoreboard here. Now, early in their first possession in the third quarter, they're being aggressive. They're taking shots. They're trusting their playmakers outside to get it done. That time, the defense, really nice job forcing the incompletion. They were ready for it. This offense, though, they need to stay aggressive.
This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. He'll start this drive going to the air. Gets it to him on the screen. Turns it on in midfield. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Bucks. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Back to pass, it's Hilton. Finds the tight end. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. A little screen to the running back. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Mountaineers need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Working the middle. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move. Going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Bought a little time, lets it go. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
He's in open space downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
And the Mountaineers come to the line with a new set of downs.
Let's go, let's go.
Tight end now in motion. Handoff from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Mountaineers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Back to throw. It's Hilton. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
And the big fella runs right down the middle of the field, runs the post route. You could tell quarterback locked into him, throws it up high, lets him catch the football, use his big body to kind of fend off the defenders and get in the end zone for 6.
Colorado, 35. West Virginia, 21.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Off play action on first down. Looking down the middle. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The run from the shotgun. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. The Buffaloes are facing 3rd and inches. Got it, looking for the first down. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block and run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
On the ground, it's Bellamy. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And the Buffaloes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
At the 42, offense facing 4th down.
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Gibson. And the Buffaloes pick up the first down. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
The Buffaloes have this offense rolling. He might want another play. The give to the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. Let's go! Let's go! Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. We open the final period with a third down play. Williams looking for a man. Safe completion on the screen. There he goes. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be 1st and goal. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass call is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Colorado! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
21.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Ready to fire from the pistol. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. Not much of a decision to make there, as the defense will move them back. Back to pass, it's Hilton. Just a short pass to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Handoff to the single running back. Runs through the tackle. And he fights his way forward. Gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
That's a great individual play, and I love quarterbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
Coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. And the Mountaineers with the 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Looking downfield on 1st down. Buying some time. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Back to pass. Rush is on him. Out of the backfield, he's open. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
I just don't know how you go wrong with bringing more speed on the field in 3rd down situations. You go dime, you bring 6 defensive backs on the field. Now, not only do you have better guys to cover, but when that QB goes into scramble mode, I got a bunch of fast little guys that can catch him, get on the ground, set up the 4th down and short.
Pulls it in. It's Shelton. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. You always hear run the route deep enough to get the 1st down, but if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did.
Yeah, nice job. And listen, catch the football, understand 4th and short, the situation, and then go get that 1st down. Don't dilly-dally. Don't try to make a home run play. Get past the stick.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
The Mountaineers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Fires toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. And he's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds a man on the left. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Looking to throw, it's Hilton. Buys a little time with his feet. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, this defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the fourth quarter, and still, he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
Trying to pound it in. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
And with that stop by this defense, now I think it's interesting because obviously the scoreboard, multiple possessions, what I need to accomplish. Do you kick it now because it's a long yardage fourth down situation, or do you say, nope, I'm going for the touchdown?
A fourth quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on 4th and goal. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Wants to go up top. Using his legs to buy some time. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
I think after failing on the 4th down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. And the Buffaloes buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on 1st down. Williams will pass. Going for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. He's got the back in the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
On 3rd down, going up top. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And the defense gets the big 3rd down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on 4th down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. These are positive signs from a group that you know needs to continue to grow, needs to continue to build, needs to continue to get better.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the 1st down.
Yeah, and I think a really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things.
Turning it on! He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down, still trying to execute their offense, still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day so far.
He'll keep it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He's got it. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there. Really effective concept against the zone there, and it helps all the more, David, when you have a tight end that can get downfield.
No doubt. Take your tight end, put him in the slot. Makes it easier, a better matchup. Now he's got a good corner route. You can tell. Sticks his foot in the ground. Quarterback puts it up there. Know he's got zone. Know he's got the big fella. He goes up, catches the football, makes the big gain.
Williams looking for a man. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, Danny.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it and put it together on